Today I'll be ranking every single monkey in Bloons TD6. Subscribe and like the video. At the worst tower in this game has to go to Tack Factory. Very low DPS, very slow at placing traps or tacks down. Its best path is the middle path and it's only okay. This unit is absolute trash. Next on the list is Tack Shooter. Okay DPS this time, but is also slow at shooting, and it has no range, has so little range. Now, its middle path is its best, and this thing is just mid. Honestly, Tack Factory and Tack Shooter are basically equal, but they're both trash. Next on the list is Dark Monkey. He has bad DPS, is kind of slow at shooting, has actually pretty good range, and is a cheap unit. To be honest, there's units you can use as starter that might be a little bit worse, but you can use fine as a starter. So this is just like the unit that you should never use, to be honest. And this is my favorite path for him is its top, the Juggernaut path, but it's still not that good. Next on the list is Boomerang Monkey. Its DPS is pretty darn good, and it's kind of fast, so this is when the units get pretty good. And then my favorite is Top Path, easily. He is actually really strong, it's just that there's a lot of units that you should just use instead, and he's pretty forgettable. And I do say his middle path is kind of trash, to be honest, so that's why he's a little bit low, but he's early. You unlock him early in the game, so that's kind of why. The list is Cannon. DPS, fine, but its slowing is pretty slow, to be honest. And this is my favorite path. My favorite path for Cannon is probably middle because it has that pretty OP missile thing, the ability that you can just press and it basically breaks like a pretty good armored like Moab or Mob or whatever they call them, the red things. Anyway, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is when the characters get good. Next on the list is Ice Monkey. Obviously, this isn't supposed to be a DPS character, so obviously it's bad. He attacks decently fast, and my favorite path is the middle path. This is just a good character that slows down balloons, so then your other good DPS units can break them. But there is a character on this list that is just better at the job. His range is decent, and yeah. Next, Blue Gunner Monkey. This thing is just better than Ice Monkey. It has more range. Obviously, it's not supposed to be DPS, so it's very low. He's a bit faster. My favorite path is middle path. I think the glue ability is really good because it slows down everything on screen, which I think is just really good for like Moabs and those really fast things I forgot what they're called. But it's just very helpful for stunning and range. It's good. So you can just use this, and if you get like a village, then you can speed them up, which would be really good for this thing, because then you could just glue everything up so fast. Next on the list is Plain Monkey. The DPS is good and the speed is good, but I do think that it's kind of stupid because you have to like, place them down, and then you can change the shape or whatever. And I think it's just like you should be able to do the bottom path thing, which makes it so you can like put it wherever you want. But it's just really weird, and I think it's kind of a bad feature with it. My favorite path for it is probably top. It has high DPS, and yeah, that's just my opinion. Just like the plane, next on the list is Helicopter Monkey. This thing's DPS is good, And I like how you can get the second top path upgrade. That makes it so I can follow you or follow the Bloons. The speed is also good. My favorite path for it is top again, but I just think this is a very good unit that you want in this game because it hits everywhere on the map. I feel like the next one on this list is kind of surprising. Mortar Monkey. Its DPS is very low. Actually, not very low, but fine. And its speed is also fine. But things that push it up is the stun, which I think is not his best path, his top path. I think his best path is middle, but he stuns. He can do a lot of good stuff for your team. He can break some ceramic, obviously, because it's explosion damage. And I'm pretty sure you can see camo automatically. I'm not sure. I don't use him that much. But his ability, I think, is really good. And I think his middle path, since, yeah, I already said that, but his middle path is the best, in my opinion. And it's just the best path with top, because bottom's probably his worst path, because middle is DPS and bottom is pretty good for burning, but he already has ceramic, so that's fine. Yeah. Next, Sniper Monkey. This thing is very good, actually. Has very good DPS. He does hit pretty slowly, but does a lot of damage. His best path, in my opinion, is bottom for DPS and hitting fast, but top is also good because it stuns. Middle is decent for money, but I just think middle's probably his worst path, and obviously has infinite range, except for like obviously walls and stuff that blocks his range. Next is Engineer Monkey. This thing's DPS is very good and its speed is also very good. His best path is probably bottom. I do think the turrets are kind of annoying. He's very, very good for early game, but his top skill is kind of annoying for later game because you have to sell turrets or they just get in your way. So they're just very annoying. Middle path is an underrated one. I think it's very good actually. Not his best, probably his worst, but it's still very good. His range is also pretty darn good. Next on the list is Alchemist Monkey. This is a very supportive unit. It doesn't do damage, so obviously its DPS is bad. It hits pretty slowly. His best path is probably bottom and top are tied. Bottom is good because it turns Bloons into gold, which is very good for money. And top is good for boosting your teammates. Though middle is, I don't really like middle because he's supposed to be a support unit, and that does good amount, not that much damage actually. So, yeah. Next, Druid Monkey. This thing's DPS is very low actually. I think bottom path is his best for giving more DPS. Top is his other one, and middle is good for money. Yeah, so this thing is good, has a lot of range, and is just a very good monkey. This thing's also not much to talk about. It's probably like the least things to talk about unit, and his speed is fine. Next on the list is Village. This thing is a very good booster. It gives you more range, you can see camo. His best path is probably top. His middle is also really good because it has it shows camo, and the bottom is also really good. I changed my mind. That's probably bottom because it's cheaper for money. So yeah, and the middle second upgrade can show camo. The thing is, I think this unit should have a little bit more range, in my opinion. Next on the list is Submarine Monkey. DPS, very good. Speed, very good. Range, obviously infinite if you go for the second top upgrade, which you should always go with. And then plus, you can place a Sniper Monkey anywhere on the map, and it'll hit. Then he'll hit everything. Anyway, this is a very, very good monkey. His best path is probably bottom. Does crazy DPS. This is one of my favorite units, actually. The other Water Monkey, Buccaneer Monkey, this thing is just so good. Its DPS is god tier. Its speed is also okay though. Its best path is easy, middle. Its range is also crazy. Middle obviously has the hook, which you can hook Moabs, and those kinds of things. And the 3 hooks can hook Zonks. A very good unit for shredding bosses. One time I just had the upgraded hook on a hard mode. Zonk spawned in. I immediately hooked it, and I almost crashed the game. I don't have a very good PC, which maybe you could tell from some of my videos, like the last one, or the one I played, Best Loadout, which only has 18 views, which is pretty surprising, because it's from rivals. That's not the point. Anyway, Buccaneer is a very good monkey. Next, Wizard Monkey. This thing's middle second upgrade is OP. Wall of Fire. This is a very good starter upgrade and starter. You can use this instead of Dart Monkey. You might be fine if you're smart. Its best path is easy middle. It has the Phoenix and the Crazy Phoenix thing. Top, then I said worse is the bottom, but still really good. I actually didn't like Wizard Monkey in the past, but I really like him now. Speed, it's just average, and its DPS is just OP. Moving on to our top 3. The next one on the list is Farm. Obviously, this gives a lot of money, which is very good for getting expensive characters. Its best path is probably bottom in my opinion, because it gives a lot of money, and it's automatic, so you don't need farm. Then I say middle, because it's bank and you can just get loans. Then I say top is decent still, it gives you money, but you can't automatically do it, at least I don't think so. You can get the second upgrade, but that gives less money. So yeah, farm. Time for the most underrated monkey, Ninja Monkey. DPS, insane, speed. Second best in the game, in my opinion. Its best path is middle, actually no, probably top, then middle, then bottom. Bottom's still really good. It blows up Moabs and stuff like that, which is really, really good. It does a lot of damage. But middle is good because it like kills pretty fast, and top throws extremely fast. Worse, I still can't tell if it's middle because top hits really fast and does a lot of damage, and bottom blows up Moabs and stuff like that really fast, which is not that good against like Bloons, but it's very good against like big balloons like Moabs and stuff. Zonks. Very good unit. And you guys can probably guess what number 1 is. Number 1, Generals, please. Super Monkey. This is easy. DPS. My opinion, the best DPS in the game. Speed, obviously best in the game. Range, best in the game. It's just broken. Top path, best in the game. Does crazy damage. It is really expensive, but if you can get it, it does so much damage. Which might not be worth it because it just does so much damage that it's so much also that you'll probably be done with it before you can finish it. But that's just how broken it is. Middle path is also really good, and you get a lot of range with it and pretty darn crazy damage. Bottoms is worse easy. This is a mid OP. This thing is honestly trash compared to Super Monkey's other paths. It does decent, it does a lot of damage for other characters, but terrible for Super Monkey. And its ability is obviously terrible, because obviously it's just moving them. Very good unit still, and the best in the game. Can you subscribe? I don't have that many subscribers, and I have over 5k views, or almost 5k views in total. And I only have 35 subscribers when this video is going to be uploaded, I think.